I'm Dr. Arun Devan. I head critical care at Max Smart Saket, Delhi.
What do we understand by beyond ICU care? Because we know that ICU is the best intensive care you can give to a patient.
See, ICU is a very expensive resource, both from the hospital point of view and from the patient's point of view. It costs a lot of money to be in the ICU. We know there is the best monitoring. There are always nurses around, usually 1:1 or 1:2 nursing in Indian scenario, and they are being best monitored, and we can act early. But everybody doesn't require ICU. If you look at the ICU, usually there will be around 30% of patients who are in ICU where they are, say, there's a post-op patient who's come for monitoring. There's a patient who has come to us, he has got multiple risk factors, otherwise stable, there's a worry that he could worsen. There's a patient who has recovered from his primary illness, say he has some respiratory passages which are there, or he is on smaller respiratory supports, and they still stay in the ICU because in the wards they are in different rooms or they are in different beds. The nurses are trained only to look after the ward patient, they are not intensive care nurses. So the primary treating consultant, the primary treating teams are very worried about such patients, so they would not like them to be shifted because the mishaps can happen. And what we say that patient was in the ward and he suddenly died, that's a patient is always giving you some warnings which possibly in ward are missed. So, and you can't be keeping the patient in the ICU, dar ke mare, that yes, because the patient can worsen, you would keep them. Patient has undergone a major surgery. There are some very important issues where he can have, where he could worsen. But say 95% of them may not require that. So it's only for this thing. So we are wasting an expensive resource, making the patient money, especially spend money in the private setup. So I think we need to look at a place where patient can be monitored, but away from the ICU, but closely monitored, because putting up, say, monitors in a room where the nurse doesn't understand that what are the warnings, where the doctor on the floor doesn't understand what are the warnings, and by the time the warning is known to them, it's too far gone. So if there is something which can be monitored centrally, maybe even by a doctor who is from the ICU team, only specially looking after, say, in a 250 bedded hospital or 300 bedded hospital, if you have 15-20 patients in the ward being monitored like this, a single doctor can be looking after all those aspects. So we'll be able to catch those early signs of worsening, and we'll be able to act early, bring those patients inside, and we'll be able to take care of those, the crunch of ICU beds. And we can really manage them well and prevent complications and not be keeping them in ICU for no reason, only for monitoring.